Oh god. Also went too early. My bad. Alright. Now I think we can kick this bad boy off. Everything seems set up. My phone is beeping. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. What's going on? We have I think one of the better matchups we'll have this season. Should be a lot of fun. So, yeah, we had Ando on the Kyber Council last week. And then moving on to today. Even as we mentioned last week, we have met before in Grand Arena, and as fate would have it, we're back again, I guess. Yeah, this should be fun. Last time we fought, he did his homework, he researched my styles, he looked up, the counters I'd like to use, and then tried to build a defense to block or otherwise majorly disrupt that, and I had to do a lot of thinking on my feet. So, yeah, I think this should be really fun matchup. I think he'll be streaming later tonight, I think, unless his schedule changed recently. But yeah, probably hang out there after once that goes live, and should be pretty good stuff. I'm excited. So yeah, we have... Look, my mods have kind of blown up a little bit ever since, so I think if there's a disparity to call out, like, we're the exact same pretty much roster-wise. I think he's got a couple of roster leads. Like, if we dip on in, like, we're the exact same on GL, which is perfect. That's what you want to see. We got like an R7 Django, like R5 Dooku. He is ahead in some respects, like roster wise. Like, we're 1.2 million down, but we go back to mod wise, and yeah, look, I've been hitting, I think I'm like 4 out of 9 on speed hits so far, which puts me a little bit above average, but it still feels insanely bizarre to have 10, 25 plus speed mods now. Granted, I think one of those isn't in lock this week, so technically not full picture, technically. But yeah, my Darth Revan, I think, can get to like 353 speed now. Which, I only refer back to Darth Revan because that was the last major, like, speed race meta. And it feels like a really nice touchstone to be able to go back to of like, alright, where am I at now, really, compared to, like, what my old speed ceiling is. And I think it's, like, plus 12. And, like, I usually ran them about 338, so that actually puts me, like, functionally, like, plus 15? Yeah, like, this is probably even a bad idea. I mostly just did this because it made me really happy to be able to do this. I got a 344 Darth Revan on defense. And a 347 Malik. Complete waste of speed. I'm not going to be doing it next week. It was just me being a kid. It's just the fact that I could do this now from the old meta, and this is kind of a situation where DR gets a bit more stocks than usual these days. It's just like, how can I not? You could argue that speed should be on Bastila instead. It definitely isn't, and that's okay. Also, by the way, that patch completely carried me doing this, because otherwise Gas would have just crushed this team easily, and it would have just been a waste of all my best mods. Yeah, choices. Yeah, so other than that, GP underdog, mod, heavyweight, yeah, I think this should be good. So on that topic, moving on over, we do have a couple of concerns today, I think. So I put out that video on the Kylo counter this morning. I was actually trying to be sneaky. I had been tracking him with the Prime Force spot, which lets you see when your opponent does things in Grand Arena. And I saw a score bump, and I thought that might mean that he had already posted, so I thought it might be safer to... look, I posted the video the moment it was done, but it's just like convenient timing of like, I think he's posted already, so he might not know that I do this. we'll see. And totally wasn't sure. He posted his defense like 2 or 3 hours later, so that might be on the table. He might not, or he might know that that's coming. And then on top of that, yeah, I was going into this week especially expecting Gas to be my anti-DR, and that's definitely not happening. So I guess we're just gonna have to find out what happens. The one thing I'm kind of excited about here is I'm kind of willing to just play each round differently each time. You know, the last few Grand Arena seasons, I mostly just had a concept and ran with it for most of the season. And this time, I'm kind of down to just play each one differently, which is also really good for today's matchup because Ando also mixes it up, so it's just going to be a bunch of weird stuff. So yeah, this was a weird one. This might have been shooting myself in the foot a little bit. I'm not sure. It's either going to work really well or really poorly, which, by the way, Ando said he doesn't watch my streams. He's going to do his independently, and then, you know, we'll watch each other later. I think I'm attacking him first, so I can just hang out on his stream. This is me trying to tech against my video a little bit. Or not even necessarily, but also just trying to protect Ray from getting fractured. So this, if there's anything that might cause some clunk this week, I think this could be it. Gas is on some fairly tanky modding. Absolutely. I believe he has enough protection and defense or armor to be able to take a Kylo hit. So I think it's going to disrupt most of the old Kylo styles enough that we can potentially rob some banners. Plus also there's a kind of nice dynamic going on where Gas going into Neil stance might also potentially mean that Kylo gets some less ult generation. I don't know. The one thing that maybe chose to do this is that his Kylo is going to go first, and it's not going to topple Gas. So that means that Ray, on like right after his first Kylo turn, Ray should just put Lifeblood on Gas immediately. Which technically, arguably, you want that to go first. But the one thing I thought was kind of cute here is it means that Ray will give crit immunity, which could kind of slow things down a little bit for Kylo. You know, I think his Kylo is on offense sets, so a little bit of extra kick through. Yeah. Right, like, just some back and forth. But, like, I don't know. I was just, again, I'm kind of just experimental this season, and I am perfectly down to try weird stuff like this. Especially since I know I'm going to get to see his point of view. I would just love to see how this might perform. Although, again, my hunch right now is I don't think it's going to perform well. This is also partially happening because he has JML and we need to hold Han for offense, so I don't know. I was thinking about, like, do I want to try like a GK Chewie or GK Poe thing, but I didn't like the idea of not having a taunt next to Ray. So this is the direction I went instead, and very well might not function. We'll see. Alright, so in case of him hiding in rear, obviously we have 3 potential GLs on the table. We have a Padme that does run some potency this time. There's a couple of... See, my brain remembers trying to Padme Nest, or Nest Padme last time, and it also remembers it not feeling great. So I'm probably still gonna end up trying to do that anyway. It's, I guess, kind of how this is gonna go. Because, I mean, if we hit that, that puts us really, really ahead for later on, and I have gone for a bit of a heavier defense, so we do need to optimize a little bit here and make every battle count. He and I are kind of in the same boat here, where we have top walls that aren't really... Like, this is actually kind of a really nice, you know, Plague, Dooku lead trap. You know, you don't really get an opportunity to do that in 5v5, but I think in 3v3, that could absolutely work. I've got Talzin on Grievous duty for offense, which we aren't seeing yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in rear wall, though. So, seeing this team, my immediate instinct was that, oh, Padme should take that. You know, we don't have Han and Chewie to turn into, like, a timeout team. But that being said, I might be forced onto Padme against DR, which is still going to be extremely messy, by the way, but just trying to get... Again, like, Gas was my plan for this week, and that got disrupted, so And it's not even like, I don't think we're on slow Padme either, which is obviously what we would want. I don't know, this might be a messy fight. I could even see this taking a cleanup. Yeah, we're too fast. The one other issue, by the way, I actually had a concept for like a Rex lead Vader that could probably work here. One that has me concerned. This is such a pain. I can't tell if I love this or hate this, that his team has this. We have a turn meter tie, or a speed tie, between Darth Revan and Bastila. So my thinking was, if we go Rex lead with a side tank and then Vader, then we would potentially, or even like honestly, this is where 5s could punish me the most, is if we had 5s on the side, Rex would outspeed Bastila. So like if we just go a second 5-0 first and have Rex give Vader a turn meter, we're not going to have ferocity on them, which I think isn't going to feel great for Vader. Like we do have a possible, because of this new way that we're running Kylo, we do have like Brood Alpha open. We could, you know, go for some different techniques that way, but I don't know, just feels weird. I think it's gonna have to be Vader though. I don't think we have much room for that. So I think my game plan here is going to be that I want to try to run Grievous. We do have a Tenacity Magna Guard, so I don't think he's going to be able to get like fully exposed Zerged out here. We do have some slight potency modding on his Chupio, as well as potency cross on CLS, so that might be wrong. And I think, honestly, like, yeah, we got some Crit Avoid, but being on only 2 protection primary, I think he's going to feel a little bit squishier than we'd like here. With that being said, still, this is, like, Grievous against CLS was already kind of my bread and butter last season, and like, yes, it would feel nice to have a B2 here, potentially, or something, but I think this is still going to be the best way to go. Again, I have no idea if this is going to be favorable. Like, today is pretty much almost all theoretical, which is kind of why I love this. Alright. By the way, big concern for today is CLS going into offense stance and being able to bully B1. Okay, blind does not matter to us here. I don't think I like this. I think I already kind of hate this. We do need to heal Grievous. I think this is a bad matchup. We did not land the target locks that we were looking for. Alright, I'm moving mouse up to the X button in a second here. So we have blinds. This can be evaded, so that means that this would be a wasted cast. I don't know if the dispel happens before the damage. No, it doesn't, so we aren't going to get the target lock regardless. B1 will. CLS being an offense stance kind of helps us. Alright, let's... If this is going to happen, it has to start with this. We kind of are forced to go for the CLS stun here, I think. Are we? I think we are. Alright, we hit it. This also definitely means that we're forced to heal Magna now. By the way, this confused. The next time he gets dispelled, this is kind of going to be here permanently because we lost our dispel source. Obviously, a little bit uncomfortable having Grievous this low with them having taunt bypass, but we really just need to make sure that Magna stays kicking. He's in Tenacity stance now. He doesn't have that much crank Tenacity, but I think Chupio's stat share will help secure that. Alright, we do have enough potency. That 3PO counterattack, though, actually kind of sucks. Yeah, I just don't think this has enough juice. Nope. I am not letting you finish that animation, sir. Alright. I'm a little bit surprised. Like, I know Chupio's gonna redistribute the potency a little bit there, and they do have some potency modding, but I still expected Magna Guard to be a bit more resistible than he was. Like, yeah, he got Tenacity down mid-fight, but, like, even on the opener, I feel like we were getting hit by some stuff. Alright. I'm defaulting back to plan A then. I do think this fight is going to take a while, by the way. There's also a slight concern that, like, I have experienced this before. Like, Gear 13 Chupio can actually just kind of out-brute force the Padme shielding a bit, which, if that happens here, is going to be a bit terrifying. We'll see. I mean, speed-wise, I don't think this heal looks particularly good. I'd almost rather just go for a stun. If we could stun 3PO, maybe that's kind of cute. Not that 3PO's turn matters a ton. Yeah, we don't land it. Yeah, not a whole lot of damage on their end either. So this next turn is going to be an AoE Dispel. I want to try to rack up courage where we can get it. We want this blind turn to happen first. Okay, perfect. We hit it. There's obviously going to be a bit of a Terminator train component, but it looks like we aren't really in danger of getting killed out here. Alright, we definitely have to go for Chupio first here. Silas just has too much regen. I think once Padme's protection goes down, we'll also have a nice dynamic going on. We'll start getting more Anakin activations, we'll get more pressure, faster turns, we'll kind of catch up with their Terminator train a little bit. Alright, no blind. I think we can go for this. We do land it this time. Alright, this can't be evaded, so I think we'll keep the blind. We do. I'm not sure what happened to Padme's turn. There we go. All right. Took a while. Alright, his stance swap should be annoying for a little bit as we try to get through the rest of this health and protection. Heal blocks will certainly help though. Alright, him being a defense stance, I don't think there's much reason to try to go for a kick. Let's just start to rack up some courage as he steals most of it. Alright, we got the max health before we finish out there. Yeah. This does make the DR fight a little bit more awkward, though. Alright. If I were fighting a Murderous, I don't think my Thrawn is fast enough to just raw outspeed here. He is going to be in the future, that's already... Yeah, we're only at 300. I do want to start budgeting him back on speed. Now that he's higher relic, I don't think we need to be as bulky. Is it like a weird call almost? I kind of want to try this almost. So we have them modded for pure damage. So, you know, we've got the Zeta Finn. I think we can potentially just slug this out. Actually, wait, can we? There's no way that we can just give them raw speed, right? We're like extremely close here. Let's see. Like, if we just run... Like, WA is off the table. I think WA would make this a lot simpler to approach. This, like, GBA in this slot basically buys us ignoring DR. But I'm still uncomfortable with the idea of Basila going first. I think this could work. Because, well... Thrawn being faster than Vader actually causes some issues, though. Let's see, if that 20 speed was on Thrawn, that would work. We need to hold on to Revan. We need to hold on to Han. I mean, we could just handshake a coin flip on Rex, but that feels kind of lousy. All right, let's just do it this way. Not what I'm looking for. Not really. CBM especially will devalue that unless we can get ahead of CBM somehow. We do have a Django speed lead. I don't think that that's going to be viable, though. Man, if only my bounty hunters were more competitive. Like, seriously. This would relieve... This is honestly why I really want to be able to have an excuse to go for Mandalorian next, is it would round out my roster, I think, so much more nicely than a Sith Eternal Emperor would. The other thing I'm scared about here is we saw last time that Rex is kinda extremely made of paper in a way that was also kind of extremely less than ideal. So how could this go sideways? Rex will potentially get feared off the bat, but we do get some automatic TM generation. Okay, let's say Basila goes first. Fears Vader, which is 1 in 4, 1 in 3 chance. It'll be Brute plus one other. Even if that happens, we'll go back around the horn fairly quickly, I want to say. The one issue that I have with GBA is that Brute is a little bit scary here. What is the best way to mod Vader for a GL counter? Yeah, it sounds like Fender hit most of the points. The speed that you need is kind of dependent on your competition level. Like, I think 250 to 260. 260 is kind of where I try to land minimum. It really just depends on the team that you're going up against. I'm really not sure, because, like, if we go Rex, Vader's not benefiting anyway. It would just help Rex babysit Vader, basically. Because all we need, like, the CBM on Vader isn't going to matter because we'll cycle it off after the first MM. With Thrawn, he'll gain turn meter. but I feel like it's a less effective babysit. I think we just gotta go this route. And I think Thrawn is gonna be a lot bulkier than Rex is here, so I think I'll feel better about our chances of just slugging it out. I really hate matchups that have RNG. And this is honestly kind of why I'm saying I can't tell if I love or hate his setup, because the unpredictability just makes it a pain. Like, obviously in 5v5 we could just draft a setup that would outspeed him, but in this case, with the characters I have left... Yeah. Is there a weird call to like try JTR BB-8 Resistance Hero Finn? I don't think that team has enough steam to like actively kill people. Yeah, I don't see that happening. All right, I think we gotta try this. I hate this. I absolutely hate this. Going in. It is what it is. Alright, Vader did get hit with the fear, unfortunately. So, 1 in 3 chance of that happening. It means that our initial onslaught is delayed, you could call it. There is a chance that Malik won't hit the retaunt, so we actually could just hit this now and like kind of just have it cycle it down. But this GBA turn means that we're pretty likely going to be... No, it's fine, it's fine. He does miss it. Okay. That was a gamble. That was extremely a gamble, but I think it's going to pay off here. Alright, I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to be fracturing Revan every single time. That was an extremely irresponsible call. But it got what we needed. This is ugly, though. Alright, we need to close out quick. Ooh, that actually... The Deathmark forced us out of Fracture really quickly. Huh. Yikes. Alright. I would like to murder now, please. Would be just excellent if we could do that. I don't know if we get CBM off. Okay, we totally do. Okay, I think we're pretty much home free. This might take a while, but I think we can also take this time to patch up our banners a little bit. The sphere is kind of automatically shortening Fracture in a way that isn't ideal. I don't know that we... I mean, the next MM is so far off because it's 3v3. We might just take this. Okay. 53 banners. We actually got the credit for full health, so... Kind of got there. Alright, so we got bad RNG, but then I took a gamble to get back into it to get the best possible outcome, and that paid off, so... Not exactly the best conditions for a counter there. I'm not sure I feel on that one. Yeah, considering that we threw away Grievous, I think we are absolutely forced to give Nest a shot here. So based on stats he's bringing, I think they're both about 95, 92%. We could try Mando lead. 100. Is that price us out of Mando? No, we're at Nest at 179, so I think we can try Mando. Ironically, I'm pretty sure the week after I switch off of a healthier set towards more offense is this week that I kind of wish that I had more health. Right, I don't... There's just so much... Like, if we try to make a real Scoundrel team instead to buy us some time, I still think it's gonna... Wait, why am I on mission? Hold up. Like, is there any team I would rather run here that would feel okay? There's almost an argument that maybe Nests with the heroes could try to pull something out. Right, like, how badly are we going to get disrupted? If it was 5v5, if it was like a 5-man resistance team against this 3, maybe. Right, because we're going to have, most likely, Finn do the double hit here, causes GK to taunt. Poe cleanses the GK taunt off, and then Finn goes for the grenade here, but we're only getting 3 people worth of Poe unique. I don't think that works. Alright, let's just try this. I think we have to. And just to make sure, we should be on... Yeah. 209% potency, or tenacity, so we are clear in that respect. It's just a question of living. The most annoying question. I hate being in this position. Alright, let's go. There's only one way to find out. Ooh, that bodes pretty poorly. I mean, yeah, our lifesteal isn't that great yet, but... It's an Anakin turn next to, which is probably the worst part of this. Like, we can't bonk for more lifesteal, because they're all invalid targets. I already know how this is gonna end. Yeah. See, the problem is, though, I think, like, yeah, we switched to more offense. I don't even think the health arrow was gonna matter there. We just had no debuff ramp-up time, and Anakin's turn lined up perfectly with hers. Alright, on the off chance that he still has a non-cheese rear, I think we have to potentially play around that. So I think we have to continue to hold the top stuff and try to make bottom stuff work. I might just be like throwing here by not using this. It just depends on what his strategy was. But I'm kind of expecting to see Luke plus Rey rear, so we shall see. That stun kind of sucks. That stun extremely sucks. We will get Terminator back. I don't think this grade is going to be enough to snipe Anakin. I think it's worth a shot anyway, though. Okay. Solid. Yeah, this matchup doesn't feel that bad, actually. I mean, obviously, Courage hasn't really rolled out yet, and we're coming into a preload that kind of sucked for us, but also kind of didn't. No, it's just a question of power. But this team has plenty of power, so I think we should be fine there. Yo, lady, stop. Like, what do you have against Poe? Kick him. He's the issue, clearly. I think we should be getting Finn first, so if we hit a expose here, we're getting... Yeah, we're pretty happy about that. I think this, I mean, you know, preload aside, right? But like, I don't think that even with a non-preload, I think this actually could have run better. I feel like this feels like an okay draft, like an okay counter. That didn't feel that bad. That. Okay, so what does this mean? I'm curious how this is gonna work for him. So the fact that he cheesed, I think, might mean he has enough gas in the tank to get through everything I have posted in a way that's gonna work fine. That means that we can play for efficiency from here, but those two losses are still really gonna hamper us. Holdo doesn't have lead, right? That feels like a weird team choice. Alright, this is easily the highest threat team to begin with. We need to Kylo it? Do we? I mean, I would not mind. This feels like the most dishonest team to me here, if that makes sense. Of like, I mean, we could just go like Jedi. Who do we even care about Kyloing the most here? I mean, they will steal our protection banners here, and possibly even health. Nah, we should lifesteal back the health. Wait, no, we just stun. Yeah, okay, never mind. We just do this. Yeah, kind of overthinking it there. I am correct, we're going to lose the protection banner, but Okay. So he broke Rebels. Towson doesn't have a revive here, right? So Rebels actually might be favored. I think this seems alright. Perfectly respectable opener. We'll bully out the Towson ASAP and not deal with the rest of this. I was hoping for the one shot there. Please, my banners. This is canonical to episode 4. Oh, wait, no, this is Hoth. I thought this might have been the Falcon parked in the Death Star. Yeah, dude's just chilling. I accuse Ando of cheating. Bring a 4th character in. Did I know we use the same playlist? Yeah. This is called Stream Beats, I believe, by a guy named Harris Heller, which is 1 S, 2 L's. Yeah, it's just, look, copyright right now is actually ridiculously annoying to deal with. Like, Twitch especially is being cracked down on now, so don't get me wrong, I would love to use some other music, but yeah. DMCA, kind of spooky. Sunfac, the fact that it's like Relic 5, if this was like a Gear 12 Sunfac, I think we would have been fine on Grace Banner. Ooh, so the fact that he was above Terminator, I think he was below 50%. I think Han would have killed him there, but I think we got the max protection back from the Chewie assists. I'll take it. We need to debilitate, but not cripple. We need him to pass 2 turns without... He can hit the burn once, although that's actually also banner attacks territory. But we also need to negate that missile. The missile, I think, can be blocked by Foresight. Yes. We could just do Jedi here. Jedi would block... Like, if we do JKR, we're gonna... A, have Tenacity, which, obviously... Stop the burn, stop the bleed. And then I believe the flamethrower will go through battle meditation. Yeah. So we should keep those foresight. And by keeping that, we should also be primed for Django's second turn. So I think if we're trading down top tier teams, what's happened so far? A bit of unfortunate choices. So I wanted to try Grievous against this team because I had Tenacity and Magna. Yeah, Gear 13 Chupio just gives this team so much extra power that they were able to just muscle their way through. And then went for the Nest setup here. He has Potency on his Padme. Man, I still, like... I have never had... I know some people use, like, Farm Boy Luke. Or, in my case, I'm trying, like, Mando lead. Actually... if this is true, I'm gonna be so sad. I might have sort of outplayed myself here. Oh god, if this is true. Okay, so given the dynamics of the matchup, the turn order is always going to be the same, right? So 235 Anakin, we gave Ness 20 extra speed. I don't think I can double check her speed now. So I think if we took Farm Boy lead instead of Mando lead, I think that would actually have worked, right? Because think about what happened in that fight. The moment that Nest went, it was immediately Anakin, and we had just got punched in the face before we could even start getting lifesteal built up. Yeah. I mean, let me check her, right? We're gonna know, like, whereabouts. I don't think her modding would have been that different right now. She might be back on... yeah. Like, I was mentioning this as, like, I would have liked to have been on this, but I don't think this was the issue. So we have... one change that was on her was this bad boy, so we're plus 15. That puts us at 221. We give her 20 extra speed with Mando lead. That puts her at 240, which means she's going right before Anakin. I think if we went Farm Boy lead, I think we would have been okay, right? Because who's going to be hitting her next? It's going to be Padme or GK. They don't have any killing power on her. I think that's a really important bit of detail. Okay, this is actually really important for the future because, right? It's like Nest is never getting turn meter, well, unless you hit this, right? But like, if you're using this, then that already means that you've got Padme dead usually, which at that point, like, who cares? Yeah, that's frustrating. I'm mad at myself. Yeah, I fully stand by that. I think if we took Farm Boy lead instead, like, and I've talked in the past about how I feel about speed in the matchup. I like it, but in the case of not bringing Kira lead, we absolutely cannot afford setups like that to get screwed. So yeah, we have 2 losses right now: a Grievous against CLS attempted fail, and a Padme, or Nest versus Padme also attempted fail. Although I'm going to keep an eye on this because I think in the future, I think in the next GAC rounds, I think I'm going to try it again. I think I'm going to try it with Farm Boy, or at least check their speed order, right? Right, we're only ever going to be hitting Anakin, so his bonus turns are never going to pop. It's never going to be a situation where Anakin gets bumped around in the turn order either. Like, I feel like that will just... like, that seems safe to me, so that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, Ando says that he doesn't watch the videos before he goes live, so... this is what I'm working with in the rear while we're here. We have his... like, his Rex isn't fast enough, but also I don't think his Vader's fast enough for this team. So, like, could probably use Darth Revan here. I'm not sure where he's going to be at with dealing with this team. And then I tried to... this, I feel like, is kind of a weak setup. I was kind of thinking about putting Executioner in here instead. Maybe I should have. I was actually honestly really considering just chucking Crew and Hux into one team. And also kind of wish I had. But, yeah, we drew out 2 teams. So we have a Shakti that's going to be mostly too fast for the stuff that I found in his roster. It's possible that he had different mods since Locke. Shakti's a little bit slower than last time, but she's, you know, fast enough, right? And then, yeah, we've got a tanky 5s, Ray is going to drop the Lifeblood on Gas after his first Kylo turn, assuming that he uses Kylo. Is this just weak to Jedi? This might have opened up Ray for Jedi in a way that I did not want to. But if they focus Ray, then Gas could become a pain, potentially. If they don't just AoE Foresight. But I don't know that you're going to draft, like, JKR GMI and make it work here. Like, JKR GMI Gas, I don't think that fits. And then, yeah, we've got a 344 DR, 347 Malik, so that should also screw up whatever he brings. I feel really good about this choice. You know, we'll see how it performs, but, like, if he tries to bring Padme, oh, wait, his Padme's on defense. We'll see. You haven't put the Omega on Nest ability, so it doesn't grant her Terminator. Is this a smart choice? I took it, and again, I think it's kind of... You're never really hitting that ability unless you're already in a situation where you've won. I don't think it does any harm, especially because Omegas are... Like, right, how many do I even have now? I'm at, like, 285. I'm not really actively seeking out characters to give ability materials either, so, like... Yeah, and actually, no, I want to take that back, too. Like, once you're wrapping up a Padme fight, you kind of want that extra Terminator. That has actually mattered in the matchup a couple times. I say absolutely take it. For sure. Like, in the situation I described, I'm the one who controls that, right? If it was, like, I had to be planning for Nest on defense or something, and that mattered. What's up, Delta? Okay. We got the Old Ben Spirit team, but the Spirit isn't really a carry. We have the Stick. Stick doesn't start with Foresight, though, right? So if we open up... I would almost like to JTR this. Do I want to not JTR this, though? That's the big question. Alright, what are we working with? We got Palpatine with probably not a whole lot of support staff at this point. You could do worse. You could certainly do worse. Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot already. I mean, obviously, I do not claim to be a 3v3 expert, but, like, a lot of the stuff that I did today, like, I was actually kind of iffy. I'm like, I wasn't sure if Padme would time out, and it like, the first 2 or 3 minutes felt rough, but I think that will be my approach. I mean, like, I'm running the exact same dang team on defense. I will say, though, I think my CLS is stacked a little bit better for taking this on. Right. I really wanted this to be protection, but I had to steal that mod elsewhere. But typically, I want to be on double protection setups here. That was kind of my hopeful anti-Padme tech. Not really going to be killing pressure necessarily, but more just potential timeout pressure. I think this might not have been worth it. We'll see. I'm actually really excited for his stream. I want to see my point of view, or his point of view on my stuff. Okay. I guess. Joke's on me. I'm using Rebel fighters now. Oh, we used Wedge. Wait, this is kind of tragic now. Leia is not a Rebel fighter, so it would just be Biggs Chase. Weird. Okay, who can they possibly contest and have it not feel like a train wreck? Are we still pricing the JKR versus Django? Okay, let's we do that. We have a crew to kill. Palpatine can take control of that. There's a lot of damage pressure potentially though, but not a whole lot of like tempo. So unless this crew is particularly fast, that's actually not bad. 272. There's so much stuff to consider here. Like, we've got GBA. We've got teams that I normally reserve for defense and don't really know how to evaluate right now. We've got GBA, we got a Rex Lead with no 5s, which that I actually value that really low. I think I would actually prefer that to just be on, like, weakest team duty or something. Even this, I almost might be nervous. Okay, I think with most of the teams that I have left, I feel like that missile drop is straight up just going to annihilate someone. By the way, with everything I just said, there actually is a possibility of a missile double tap, but we have Savior here as well as a safety net. I think we can get away with this and it not be that greedy sounding. I guess this isn't exactly the most compelling secondary Jedi team. I think we're doing negative damage, but I think it'll still be fine. Yeah, I don't know that Barris will necessarily get bullied out here. Obviously, Jolie would be the better bet here, but... let's not mess around. We already gave up some banners. We need to clutch to what we have left. Alright. Establish our defenses. Attacks be gone. We're going to need to call Riven to assist at least once before all this wraps up. Pretty sure we're also supposed to not hit Magniguard. Ooh, but his AoE... We have time to swap in basic again, which is going to reestablish both of our foresight. We have to pull down his turn meter. Alright, we lose the foresight as expected. If we swap, though... Okay, if we swap, we lose it on Revan. If we don't, let's just do this. Alright. That went about as hoped. Get the foresight out. Yeah. Alright. This behaved the way I wanted to. Alright, that banner tax bomb is defused. We have Vets. I don't think that this hold is going to be particularly menacing. She does have a potency cross, but that her base is just so horrendous. I mean, not to say that JTR has that much tenacity either, though. It might be enough. I think we'll still just give this a go. It's just a comfort matchup for me, for the most part. I do think this Daze Bomb might drag things out a little bit, but we just Daze one, go for the other. It'll be fine. Kind of annoying. His turn meter actually is getting close. He's ability block, so he's only on basic. It might cost us a banner if we let him do this, though. I don't know what the damage on Bunker Buster is. I'm gonna let him go. Okay, you just did me a favor, sir. Alright, that paid off. I'll save it. I wouldn't mind just doing basic here, but I kind of want to get a foresight up so that we're not double dazed. Oh, she's ability blocked. Wait, I'm blind. Alright. We hit that. I think we have defended our banners. Oh, he takes a double turn. Oh wait, that damage sucked. Wait. I'm pretty sure that's still... I'm pretty sure we're still on max banners right now. We can pop ID just to be sure, but like... that was way less of a punish than I was expecting there. That is true though, so he would cycle the bonus turn. So when an ally dies, it's 100% turn meter, but after he hits his first turn, it's a bonus turn, so you can't prevent it. So even though we had him like dazed and stunned, he still got to take that second bonus turn for free. I have no idea what to think of this Mothma team, man. This is... Baze, I think, is absolutely just going to get bullied out by Stick. Yeah. Not gonna do it. We're not even gonna consider it. I kind of feel the same way about Biggs +1 though. I guess Sith controlling is probably going to feel the best here. Don't bring a pre-taunt though. We could just bring Treya and Crew's halt turn basically just gets canceled out at this point. I think we have enough remaining teams as well that we aren't going to get punished for bringing 2 leads one team. Wait, where'd my chat go? Does Bears bring anything? Nah, she wouldn't have. Could have just 2-manned? Maybe. It's possible. At this point, though, I'm not really looking to take that many more risks. That part I didn't factor. The part where the follow-up basic would hurt extremely hard. Alright. We hit the pain. That was a really, really unfortunate speed setup. Cleanse into Scion ignored. So Sid Chipper would have been, well... Let's see. Treya went and then Scion went, which would have triggered a Sid Chipper 4th, but I don't think it would have worked otherwise because Palpatine is a little bit too slow. Really? Alright, there we go. That was uncomfortable. Like, how much of a loop are we actually going to be able to run here? Fox, I think we get one more basic and then Fox goes. Yeah. Alright, we definitely need to make sure Sid Chipper dies first. Shock back over here. Held by Hatred. We need one more turn. Alright, let's get Pain here. He's going to be dying. I don't know why it feels like the 2 turns that it's ending so quickly. It is because we just aren't moving that hard, I guess. We really aren't going to get this protection banner back, are we? It's tragic. I guess not. We might be able to land it. or line it up here actually. Yeah, that's all it took. We had to pop the 50% turn meter gain to shake up the turn order. Huh. Yeah, I mean, we got the full protection back. That Treya setup was really, really unfortunate, though. Like, we got all the pain we needed, and then the Sit Trooper cleansed it off right before. Night Sisters aren't going to be great on banners. Neither is Rex, though. This is going to be the main concern. They do have a little bit of AoE chip. I was almost thinking maybe... No, not you. Like kind of something like this. They don't really have Dispel. I don't think this looks that bad. Is there even any reason to bring Arc? Actually, I don't think there is. It turns out posting Gas and Shakti on defense maybe puts the faction in a weird spot. Alright, are we doing any discernible harm? We are kind of running down into like the weird parts of the roster. I'm not sure what I just did with OBS, but I think it's still fine. Alright. So we want to try to piss off Biggs, I think, because this will get us prepared immediately. It's a lot of damage we're taking there. I would like to not continue to take that much damage. Thank you. I'm actually kind of tempted to just... I think we got to give it to Rex. I think we just got to escort the boy through this a little bit. Okay, that actually wasn't that much damage at all. I take it back. We're back in it. Wait, we should just be looping Biggs, right? Are we just going to get Rex Duke insanely fast that way? Let's just make him mad. Of course we don't crit when I actually decide I want to start critting. See, I don't know if Rolo is threatening Rex here shortly, so I might be willing to give up the Prepared for a second. Prepared isn't really doing that much here. We fucking 2% miss. Okay. So, this is weird, right? Because Biggs is usually the kill target here, but I don't think Biggs is actually that problematic. I almost want to just hit Rolo. Rolo was the one who, like, got us to where we are. Oh, there's only one clone. Wait, that's right. We're so used to just being a kill button. Alright. More turn meter, please. Wait, she's not. Wait. Wait, L3. Wait a minute. You gotta help me. Taunt, please. Alright. Not the best banners either, but... maybe like Hermit Yoda instead of L3 there could have been fine, just to try to escort Rex a little bit. But I don't think we're gonna hate having Hermit Yoda left over here either. Alright, so we got a very, very solid Night Sister comp left. We have some Scuff Bounty Hunters. We have the Stick. We got 2 teams we need to kill. I mean, Bounty Hunters have a little bit of reach here, but I'm actually not too sure. That force, it combined with what? This is 15%? Or 25%? The Spirit will accelerate fairly hard, which is... I'm not really looking to subject my Bounty Hunters to that. I guess, like, Bosk is gonna be a monolith for a while. Unless they start ignoring his armor. But even then, his modding is actually pretty bad, I think. His modding is not quite suited. God, that's actually insane to think about. Like a Gear 8 Mandalorian here, I think would still be valuable in this matchup. Right? They have no reach outside of Bosk, so as long as we just kept hitting Old Ben and not actually dropping his protection for the most part, I think we could actually... Actually, you know what? I bet Old Ben's health pool is higher than Spirit's health and protection combined. Okay, maybe not. Let's see. It's actually close. I am close. If he had like any amount of like percent health secondaries, I think it would be above. But basically what that would have meant is that Spirit would have still been the one to give us Bosk Taunt with his unique Zeta. I think, like, I actually honestly kind of... Like, yes, it's a Gear Troll Spirit, but I think this team might be scarier than either one. So I might just pop Night Sisters here. The other team has more healing anyway, so the Plague isn't exactly dangerous there. This should be... I mean, hitting the Foresight, they're already max Terminator bar anyway, right? So it doesn't really change much. Alright, all we need to care about here is that Talzin gets to take a turn, establish Plague, and then from there the rest should be fairly comfy. We're kind of playing into the team by hitting that Foresight there, but I think it'll be fine. We're only getting single target anyway, so let's just Spirit Blade actually. Alright, we'll potentially get one more. I'll take that. Yeah, go crazy. Go off. Do it. Keep going. That was actually maybe a bad heal. But it's okay because never punished. Alright. Almost managed to keep the max banners on Takatsu. Very close. Alright, last one. This is gonna be kind of annoying, right? We have to kill her twice and then him once. Or do we? If only. If only. Like, I don't think this team has enough juice. I would almost rather just do this. I don't think this sounds that bad. I guess there is a possible scenario where Asajj AoE actually is just gonna be a huge problem for Boba. But am I just overthinking this? Oh, we use GBN. Okay, yeah, I think we have to do that. Alright, let's give this a shot. We're kind of just relying on Boba's execute reach here, I think. Wait. There's actually some nice synergy here, right? We can use Hermodiota to dispel zombie right before we annihilate Asajj. You could do a lot worse than that. This team is also going to be a lot slower paced damage-wise. I mean, obviously not that much bulk, but I think I like this. Yeah, we got like Boskly with Zeta Nihilist. Just add some extra regen. This is not that bad, actually. I would actually describe this as being like a somewhat legitimate comp. Isn't this like, didn't Blade used to have a team like this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Alright, I don't even know what I'm thinking about there. We're just always popping taunts. So yeah, we don't want to actually make zombie lose protection. Might be easier said than done. I mean, we're almost to annihilate. We're also more than half of zombie's protection. I would say that should bode well. Alright, we save this for one more turn. Okay. They're on double speed. I'm pretty sure if we just Master's Training Nihilist now, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get stuck on zombie again. I think we're supposed to wait. Also, I'm pretty sure Hermodiota is gonna outspeed, so I think this should line up anyway. Zombie might still just straight up outspeed Nihilist again, but if it's gonna line up, this is supposed to be the biggin. Yeah, it did happen. So actually, this is really bad suddenly, because I don't, like, we're gonna have to look for a very, very specific timing here. This zombie seems like it's fairly fast modded. I guess we are feeding Asajj some damage, which I don't think is still gonna be an issue here, but still not gonna be it. Yeah, Asajj still has no reach here. Alright, we got it. What? Okay. I'm annoyed. So, I know what we're supposed to be doing here. We need to kill zombie a bunch. We actually should have been annihilating a bunch from the start. Straight up, we were just going to annihilate it down into -2, and then move on to Asajj. That was a bit of a misplay. We are kind of letting Newt get more value than we should be. But that's why we weren't. That is correct, though. The moment that we got rid of zombie protection, we were kind of in a weird spot. That's a weird balance, because I think both things I said were correct there. This should just be a dead Nihilist, yeah. I think I could have played that better. I think if we were just going for zombie deaths from the start before we gave Asajj these profit stacks, then I think we would have been able to play this out. I mean, it still is true that the moment we got rid of zombie protection, things were going to get weird, but yeah. Is there any point in timing this out? And maybe if we could get Newt to start without the Jazz, which I think he just did. Alright, let's time this out. Weird. Yo, I was like positive that we had it lined up, right? Like Nihilist was like straight up 99% turn meter and Zombie was 95 and Zombie still beat him out. Like, yeah, this is double speed, but the percentages still looked favorable. That surprised me. Because I was pretty sure like we just needed to play it for that one scenario. Master's Training lined up. Hermeneutics 100%, Nihilist 99, Zombie 95. I guess I just had the wrong read there. You don't think I could have killed Zombie fast enough? It would have been more awkward, but we still had tools, right? If we timed like right, we have the Equalize tool and we have Bosk like manual taunts recast. I think going back into the fight again, I think I could have won that. The game plan or like the required like strategy was a lot more deliberate than I recognized. I mean, this doesn't really feel like a team. Because of Asajj lead, that's right. Yeah. That was tricky. That was actually a really weird fight. Like, don't get me wrong, Bosk lead Nihilus was definitely a thing before, but yeah, I'm lucky. I guess the sad thing is, if we just went with Wampa and stuff, we could have just gone for a ramp setup. But I guess it's the same issue. Zombie will lose taunts. Or Bosk would lose taunts when a Zombie lost protection. I feel like this Mothma team is just throwing away banners. I don't know, I've never driven Mothma before. Let's just give it a shot. This is... not that valuable. I mean, we're supposed to be targeting Asajj right now, but I'd almost rather just get Zombie under control. This counts for better damage on the Mass Assist, right? That's kind of a cute detail. Like, I don't think we have that much power to just do this manually. Right, like Zombie should just taunt him. I think we need to get Zombie to like negative stacks first. Yeah, I'm pretty sure using Extortion is giving us the 90% damage on the assist instead of 10%. We are making Asajj ramp though. Alright, we got the daze now, which is going to actually be pretty important for dealing with Asajj here. I'm pretty sure we just need this. She resisted. Alright, one more time. Alright, this will help. It's only one turn duration though, which does not help. Alright, because we're dazed, we are giving her Rampage, but I think we can get away with that. Like, her damage is fine because we can just keep reviving. Really? This is such a slow battle. Alright, now we got Commander. What? Excuse me? I'm pretty sure it would have been better to just do basic there. Ah, that's not the revive button. Whoopsie. We dodged one and got resisted on the other. Good stuff. I don't think this is happening. Maybe we should have gone for Newt first. Like, just bring zombie down and then hit Newt. We could still maybe try to do that. Probably not gonna happen at this point, though. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, I think maybe going for Newt first. Like, getting zombie down and then hitting Asajj worked, but we just didn't have the bulk. Like, she got so many rampage stacks, I think she just had too much health to go for individually. It was weird. I don't think Imperial Trooper's gonna get favored here either. I mean, we do have stick on standby. It's just a question. I mean, we do have Holdo, actually. Stick Holdo can do some ridiculous progress by themselves, I found. Okay. Let's... Barris actually has a lead, right? I'm pretty sure. It might be Jedi only, but, you know what, whatever. Only level 1. Close enough. Like, the foresight spread here, it actually doesn't do that badly, and I think we can have Rey just overpower zombie. I don't feel that bad about this necessarily. Django for the feet. My man, I am not worried about feet at all right now. Could not care less. I don't think basically gonna kill zombie, unfortunately. I'm wrong. Alright, if we pop this right now for the defense, we'll get Scav Rey buffs. Alright, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just... I'm gonna do this time around. I don't think we're... Yeah. Let's just keep zombie under control. Let's get Newt twice. Why are we getting... Like, I know that Newt brings our speed down slightly. It's because we have speed down as well, I think. I mean, there's no point getting it off at this point. Yeah, this is... God, this is annoying. I think that Nihilist team would have been the way to go. Or just like something with that boss setup. Everything else from here is just rough. Who doesn't love 3v3? Yeah, I think killing Dude from earlier on would have been the way to go. One of the earlier attacks. I think we might almost just be 2 casts at this point. I mean, we do have some clones that have some, like, better zombie control, potentially. I mean, like, we do... Like, this is a faction team, right? I'm not sure how much I really expect this to work. Maybe I'm underselling it. I don't know. I actually could see this winning. Actually, wait, this probably does win. We are just giving them the extortion loops again, but I just need him. Alright, this is 50-50 enough. We dispel Echo. 1 Echo grenade gets this whole thing solved out. That works. Alright, not too concerned with what happens at this point. This would actually be kind of bad, I think, to end this fight with this team. Yeah, that's fine. We'll be better banners by killing these two with another team. I don't think IT gets this. I wouldn't assume. I don't think we're losing that much by trying. I also don't know that Pyatt is really... I mean, it's Pyatt, right? It's Pyatt IT, but it's IT in 3v3. But also we don't really have that much damage. But also it's a Gear 12 zombie. I feel like Snow would be a more responsible choice here. I don't think Emperor's Trap is going to get that much of a chance to stack. Right. It being a Saj lead. If it was like Gear 13 Pyatt, I think that would be the choice. Whatever, let's try it anyway. I think we're kind of priced into it. That's a rough way to start. Okay, that was simple. I mean, I guess that's the best possible banners we could have gotten there. I mean, this is going to cause the retribution, but I think this is still going to feel fairly comfortable. Right, usually the worry is Ahsoka giving retribution to... Houndstooth, but Houndstooth is down south. I don't think I'm worried here. Sorry, I'm just trying to double check. Yeah, GK, we go Malevolence. That's not Malevolence. I do want to bring one extra just because Ahsoka is going to make the fight a little bit weirder. Yeah, this should just be 5 Sith Vulture. We'll put vulture stuff on Anakin's ship. There's no taunts even, so we actually might get a little bit more of a greedy setup. Yeah. That actually getting that right now is also extremely good. Yeah. That's a really, really unfortunate turn setup for that team. Yeah, should be pretty easy from here. Basic. That's going to cost us some banners potentially. All right, not bad. Yeah. Anytime I see 5s in a negotiator team, it just buffs negotiator or malevolence in the mirror. Wrong ship. Ahsoka was in stealth prime force, which is why I mean, right at the point we're pretty much just auto win anyway, but sticking with my usual comfort turn order, I think it should be fine. I don't see why not. Would have maybe liked to have had Houndstooth taunt first. Kind of surprised they didn't actually. Looking for target lock, we get it. Looking for Fize Bomb. Not bad. It's progress. Alright, they do the dispel over here. We're pulling in Plow. It actually might be a little bit to finish off HT. I mean, we got the breach off, but there we go. That's Sunfuck? Yeah. There we go. Use that AoE to finish off. Give us some over the top. So currently their board being clogged actually kind of benefits us if we don't let them bring out Spy, or if we try to finish this off with both of them at once. Ando's going live? Alright, I'm almost done. Yeah, this is so ugly. This is... I mean, we'll see how my defense does, right? But at this point, I need my defense to do some heavy lifting. 3v3, not my strong suit usually. There was the one season where I weirdly became like competitive for top 100 leaderboard, which was unexpected considering I don't do much 3v3 prep. Alright, I'm looking for the AoE here that we'll get. Should finish. Well, I don't know how I feel about the ult here. If they bring in Spy, it's going to draw things out for a bit. We'll still have AoE at the very least, so we can finish off Spy one go. I don't think Houndstooth basic is going to finish this. I guess we have Breach. Okay. That works. 65, not bad either. Whew. That was a rough ground phase. I mean, it's some good stuff to take away. This, I think it was honestly just a chain of events. I think I just learned more about the Nest vs. Padme matchup off of this. right? Because like certainly, like as long as you know that Ahsoka and Anakin are always gonna outspeed, like this, that honestly could probably explain a lot of the failures that I've had with Nest in the past with Mandalorian lead. Is like, yes, like it was always intuitive to me that like Nest going faster means that her shield ends quicker, but the idea of placing Nest in like in the turn order was something I hadn't really thought about before, but I think is definitely going to matter a lot in the future with matchups like this, right? Because like if you always know that like Ahsoka would be a little bit scary. I guess Ahsoka does have some variable speed based on whether she has crit immunity or not, but I don't think the team can just give it to her. So she'll have it at the start for a bit and then change, but you can still actually kind of calculate that. But yeah, if you always know like, yeah, it's going to be like GK Padme basic or something once Nest goes, then that's, I would still call it a fairly safe situation, right? Because you're getting back to 80% protection up. And then yeah, this was a little bit washy but worked out, and the Grievous fight felt unfortunate. The Padme fight worked out. It just took a little while to get there, but yeah, we'll see. Some good defense for him to have to tackle, so we'll be curious how it plays out for him. And yeah, I guess if he's going live, then I will go ahead and toss him a host, because that's where I'm headed, certainly. Is it slash host or slash raid? No, it's host. Alright, let's do this. Alright, yeah, that'll be it for me. A little bit rougher today than I would have liked, of course. But I am not a 3v3 expert for the most part. So, live and learn. But we'll see what happens. We'll be watching Ando in a minute. If you want to hop on over to that, feel free to check it out. Pretty cool dude. He was also on Kyber Council last week, so want to hear more from him as well. We'll see what happens there. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.